On location and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
From BTB Woodfire Pizza and Grill with a minute 45 left in the game and Kansas City up 32-29. The Bills had a 4th and 5 and didn't convert, and they took over. And
without that first down, you had a chance. You had 2 timeouts left. It was 2nd down, you had a chance.
I just, I don't know, all day I've been all weird. I never get this way over football games. I just don't. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of awful.
You know, my team sucked this year, so I didn't stress all year. I stressed over both these games. First of all, I didn't want Philadelphia in there.
No, I know.
And I wanted Buffalo in.
I did too, and I wanted Buffalo Commanders. And
that sounds amazing.
It just sounds, doesn't it? A little bit. I mean, that would be kind of a refreshing.
I love it, right?
Yeah, you have a rookie quarterback, and why not? But
and the best quarterback in football this year.
Yeah. Well,
but can we just talk about it for a second? Wait to vote for the MVP until after the playoffs.
Yeah. I think if you did that, Jaden looked so good.
If you vote for the MVP after the playoffs, it's Saquon Barkley.
Oh, Saquon.
It's not even close.
Yeah. I mean,
but man, Josh did so much with nothing this year. Nothing. They gave him nothing to work with.
Well, it makes you think this as a Bills fan. They have a lot of cap room next year. There's a lot of cap room. What did I do with these cameras? I had one over here. I'm twisting Matt around.
I go back to the draft, though. Can you imagine putting Worthy on the Bills?
Well, I mean, yeah, right?
Well, I'll leave it up to him because he really is the breakdown guy of the Bills.
Well, I'm at a loss for words here because they didn't deserve to win this game. Let's start there. All right, every mistake that they didn't make throughout the season, they made today. They didn't force a punt until the second half.
Well, how many fumbles did Josh have that
Josh
he
fumbled the ball 3 times today.
But they
he almost threw 3 picks too earlier in the game. It wasn't his greatest game, but yet it's all on him because it's always been on Josh Allen. And there were a couple of tush push. I mean, the tush push didn't work. They had no other 4th down play. Their best player besides Allen, James Cook, was nowhere to be found on certain plays, like the last play to Kinkaid. They played a hell of a game. And this game sets you up for the perfect Josh Allen hero ball scenario. He's got the ball to drive down the field. Kansas City kicked the field goal. They didn't score a touchdown. They kicked the field goal. So the worst case scenario, all you had to do was get there for Bass to kick a field goal, tie the game, and let your defense handle it. Instead, it's 2nd and 10. It's 3rd and then let's run a screenplay. So now it's 4th and 5 on 3rd and 10. Now it's 4th and 5, and Spagnuolo sent the house. And he wasn't ready for it. And first of all, Kinkaid should have caught the ball. That's the thing. Josh Allen got the ball to your number 1 draft pick 2 years ago, and he couldn't catch the freaking ball. And you want to put this game on people? You want to put this game? Here's the facts. Kansas City was better coached, better prepared than the Buffalo Bills were. And it's always going to come down to this. There's always another shoe that drops with this team. Every time they get in these situations, there's a coaching situation.
We're not going to blame McDermott.
I'm not going to kill McDermott, but look, here's the bottom line, though. You can't tell me that, okay, so the push doesn't work.
I'll tell you who let you down.
You don't have another play in the arsenal on 4th and 1?
Joe Brady let you down today. You have James Cook, who is
that's what I'm talking about. You're coaching overall. James Cook wasn't on the field. He wasn't on the field in your biggest plays. He wasn't on the field. Where was he? He had your best game. You're driving down that field in that second to last drive. Where was he? Where was the guy? Second half, he put the game in his hands like Thurman Thomas used to. Hey, let's calm down. Let's go down the field. Let's score.
Yeah.
But instead, no, we got to get...
Why do you think, they were at the goal line and they handed it to him once.
Right.
And then he's out of the game. Like he said, he's out of the game.
Why?
That's bullshit.
They pull him out of the game. Yeah, because we got to get cute, man.
Nope.
We got to get cute.
Because they
Joe
knew
Brady blew this game. And you can say what you want about McDermott. He doesn't run the offense. I know your 13-second game you can put on McDermott. And I'm sure Mark is going to text you McDummy and everything else.
I don't
He's
know.
wrong. It's on Brady.
I don't know on this one.
Well,
it's on Brady.
Let's put it this way.
Well, I would say on this one, you can't call him. I don't think you can call him McDummy on this one.
No. You can't call him
really
McDummy.
don't
No,
think so.
I never said that.
No, you didn't.
I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't talking about you.
I don't think anybody can. But the Brady thing's a good point.
By the coaching thing.
The Brady thing's a good point.
When I'm talking about the coaching thing, I'm talking about the offensive play calling. And this, by the way, you got to give Joe Brady credit for how far he got the Buffalo Bills to get here this year. So you can't just pull the rug out from under him and say fire him. That's BS. No. But he didn't call a great game today. And like they didn't have a second act. Kansas City had a second act for the tush push. They stopped it, right? And you can blame the refs for the calls all you want. At the end of the day,
that one
you
call
had the
that
scenario
was a
you had the scenario that everybody wanted.
Yeah.
Josh Allen with the football, with the game on the line, and he actually got that pass off into Dalton Kinkaid's hands. And that kid, this was supposed to be his breakout year, couldn't catch the football. There's your football game. Blame the officials all you want. You didn't deserve to win this game. You didn't deserve to win this game.
I didn't think the officials made too many bad calls.
Actually,
the one maybe on that.
Pretty fair.
I really did.
No, they called a fair game. They called a fair game.
I thought they let them play. I thought in both games they let them play. I really did. The only question I would have is, and more because I'm biased for the Bills, on that fourth and one
where Allen,
you have two guys on different angles.
I thought
one
he got it.
One not. I thought he got it. All right.
But they're never. It's going to take it's almost like trying to convict somebody of murder. You have to have beyond reasonable doubt to overturn that call. They couldn't do that.
I didn't like that Josh turned his back.
Yeah.
Once you turn your back, that ball is 2 yards behind you. You got to go full force on that, man. You're not going to get a fumble call on that. Go full force, Josh. Josh, you are the best quarterback in the league this year. Go at it, man.
Yeah, it's.
And again, James Cook should have been in a lot of those places where Allen's running it. Allen shouldn't be running it.
All right, so what next year? You've got more room on the salary cap. You got to get. I would assume you're going to get somebody with experience in the backfield defensively. No.
Well, I mean, yeah, your secondary was toast today.
Today,
I mean,
was
Tyler.
toast.
So Tyler Rapp's out.
What did you say?
Yeah, so you got to remember this: the Buffalo Bills were number one in the league in grabbing takeaways. Right? They were 30th in the NFL in forcing teams to punt. They didn't They didn't force a team to punt. Yeah, they didn't punt. They didn't force the Ravens to punt at all last week.
You know what a punt is?
Yeah.
It's a fucked up punt.
And they didn't force the Chiefs to punt in the entire first half.
Yeah, I know.
They forced 2 punts today.
They did.
They forced 2 punts.
Yeah.
Now they made Phillips made a hell of a play to force a field goal. That's the scenario you wanted. If somebody said to you, Dan, Bill, Matt, Kevin, Greg, Peter, anybody, would you take what they gave us at the end of the game? Would you take that? Josh Allen's got the ball with 3 minutes left. Yes. Every single time. Yes. So what happened?
Right. When he got that ball back, I go, here's his shining moment.
Just hit it.
He's going to go down the field, lead him to a touchdown, and Josh Allen's going to ride out to the Super Bowl. He's going to get the Super Bowl MVP. He's going to be the fucking best.
Instead,
his team let him down.
Instead, that ball was in Kinkaid's hands.
Yes.
But Spagnuolo, when I talk about being outcoached, okay? When I talk about being outcoached, I'm not talking about stupid stuff. I'm talking about the fact that Spagnuolo was ready for every possible scenario. And the Bills still put up 29 freaking points.
Yeah, they did.
And let's be honest, Josh should never have gotten that pass off.
No!
Somehow he got the pass off and hit Kinkaid in the hand.
The fact that he's Josh Allen got that pass off.
Only Josh Allen's or Patrick Mahomes ever gets that pass off.
Yeah.
I promise you.
And I'm not gonna give Dalton Kinkaid the goat horns for this game. I'm not gonna do that. There's plenty of blame to go around for everybody, starting with your offensive coordinator and your secondary. Also, your special teams coach needs to go too. We can talk about that later. And if anyone wants to talk about the McDermott challenge in the first half, even if he got the challenge right, there was a penalty on the play. It would have been an automatic first down for KC anyway.
Yeah, it would have been.
But the fact that that he actually challenged it was kind of bizarre.
But that's not on McDermott, though.
No, it's on the guy upstairs.
Right.
It's John Perry.
Yeah. Right.
But here's the thing, though. McDermott's got to know that, okay, but if we challenge it, so what? It's still a first down. All he's doing is arguing about yardage. You wasted a timeout and a challenge there. But that's minor. This came down to your secondary and your offensive coordinator tonight, right? Your quarterback did everything he could. And by the way, he did not play a clean game today. They got away with it. They were there. But those tush pushes didn't work. There was no alternative. Your second best player on offense wasn't on the field when the game was on the line in key moments. That's coaching.
I go, boy, could they be back here again next year? You hope, right? Anything could happen.
And then
but
what?
God, you just feel like this was the season, though.
I feel like this team will be much better next year because they are going to grab a veteran safety.
See, that's what I think.
And I know the Damar Hamlin thing is a really tough subject. He's not a great NFL player.
No, he's not.
He's on the team
He'd be all right
for
back
one
up.
reason.
I mean, he did better this year. He's had
As
a
a
couple of
backup?
picks.
Yep.
A backup,
I'll take him as a backup.
Maybe even a third string backup.
I'll even take him as my second string.
Okay.
You got to get some guys back there,
Yeah,
right?
you do.
And now
100%.
Buda Baker's off the market. So if you're not going to go veteran, you got to draft a great safety in the first round.
Right.
I mean, I hate to say it, but the first round, you're going to have to draft a safety.
Yeah. I mean,
you know better than I do.
Well, let's put it this way, though. Here's the thing, though. I also wrote Brandon Beane's name down as another thing. So I've always believed this, and I know what you believe, Matt, and I don't know what you think, Bill, or no, and Craig might answer this better. The story is that Brandon Beane, the general manager, has always argued, that is my draft room, that is my draft board, I make the picks. But all their first-round picks, with the exception of Allen, since McDermott's been the head coach, with the exception of Allen and Kinkaid, have all been defensive players, or their first picks have all been defensive players. And only Oliver showed up today, and Oliver showed up on a messed-up mesh by KC, or they may have gone back down the field and scored again. This could have been a blowout. Okay, it all takes is one drive like that to undo a game. Your first picks, Kyer Elam went in there. Well, Christian Bedford gets hurt. He's done for the game.
Yeah.
Rasul Douglas is old. He's done what he can.
Yeah.
He's too old. Kyer Elam is not good. He's been a bust. But they threw Damar Hamlin, like you said.
It's almost like he didn't have a choice, though,
right.
Danny.
Well, no, you're right. They didn't have a choice. So they got to go defense. But the problem is when they've gone defense, those guys have been good. They haven't been great. That's my point.
Well, they got to be great this time. But the other side of that, too, is everybody at this point in the season is banged up and hurt. Don't you say? No?
We're not going to blame injuries here.
No. What I'm saying
Even
is,
if
like,
you
you
had
miss a
Hamlin
guy.
and Rapp, Mahomes got to tear you apart.
Yeah.
Like he said, they've missed on. I didn't realize they missed on that many defensive picks.
They did.
You have to get the best safety in the draft, and you're going to get it. There's a lot of safeties in this draft. You got to get the best.
Elam was
and the Bills are a
first round pick.
He was
first overall.
He was the guy who said, "Put the playbook on the plate, coach. I'm coming. I want to learn." He still hasn't learned the defense.
But you know what's crazy?
It's been 4 years. Still hasn't learned the defense.
The Bills are just plug and play secondary guys, and they are amazing.
Yeah.
Gilmore,
right. I mean, like Sean McDermott Sean McDermott's a hell of a secondary coach. The fact that those guys got to be up to speed. So, I mean, when I say the Bills got out-coached today, it was more of a Monday through Saturday type of out-coaching, okay? Yeah. Not a Sunday coaching. There weren't many mistakes. Sean McDermott did not make any mistakes today, other than the challenge, which was kind of odd, or not calling timeout early, like when there was like 2.5 minutes to go. He let the clock run down. That's minor.
Yeah.
You had the chance to win the game, not tie it or win it. You had that chance, and instead, let's get cute with the ball. And that was it. I mean, it's like Josh Allen can't do it all by himself. And he almost did. That's the best part. He almost did it.
The only reason you're there is because he did it all year by himself.
If Josh Allen's removed from this team, they are back in the drought.
God.
They're like the Sabres. They might go 0-17, and I'm not joking.
I agree.
I'm not joking, man. He is that damn good. And he's not going to even win the MVP this year. It's going to go to Lamar. I hope he does, but the All-Pro voting typically goes the same direction as the MVP. So I think it's probably going to be Lamar.
Well, they might go co.
They could.
But in the right world, Josh is getting it.
Josh should get the MVP.
But now, do we talk about... Let's include the playoffs in the MVP talk.
Yeah.
It doesn't get announced till Super Bowl weekend.
Right.
We can include the playoffs.
Oh, you could.
Saquon by far is the MVP, right?
You kind of hope that he runs all over Kansas City.
They never want to include the playoffs, though, because they always end up giving it to the guy who wins the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
That's why they don't want to do that.
Well, I don't include the Super Bowl. I just do playoffs. That's it.
I know what you mean. Then the argument becomes, well, then we just move it back.
Yeah.
So they have to do the regular season. See, I'm one of these guys who says, okay, get rid of the defensive player of the year and the offensive player of the year. Have one MVP, have one player of the year.
Yeah.
So that includes everybody, right?
Yeah,
I agree.
So that way, like, okay, who is the most valuable player? We know who's the most. Now we know that's the most important guy for his team. Who's the player of the year?
Yeah.
Well, that's Saquon Barkley.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
By numbers, it's either Saquon or it's Lamar Jackson because Allen didn't have the numbers. But he didn't need them.
But he carried the team.
Right, he carried the team.
Right?
But he, like, when
That's
you look at his
your
numbers,
MVP.
you're like, well, those aren't great numbers. They're not great numbers, but he didn't have to.
Lamar didn't have great numbers last year.
He didn't.
A fraud
he
in
did
Dallas had the best numbers last year. A fraud in Dallas.
Dak
And I'll tell you
Prescott,
first time. Dak should have won MVP last year. He came in second.
The reason they gave it to Baltimore was that they Christmas Day, they go into San Francisco, they end up beating the piss out of the Niners, who end up going to the Super Bowl.
Right.
And everybody's like, well, they have home field advantage. They have it locked up. We're going to give it to, who else are we going to give it to? The quarterback of the best team in the conference, right? Or in the league. So, I mean, hats off to Kansas City. I mean, we got to eat it from Nick Wright for the next, year.
Yeah, I know.
Hats off to Kansas City. That's why they are who they are.
Who cares about those talking heads?
Mahomes Mountain is still Mahomes Mountain.
But you know what?
The same guys that said you were going to suck this year and you're going to rebuild, you're going to be terrible.
Yeah.
And you're in the championship
You're in the championship game.
And other than a few mistakes, you win this game.
Right, but I mean, this is heartbreaking. This is heartbreaking.
This is
heartbreaking.
Another one of like an 11. It's not as ugly as the 11 seconds, only because there you or 13 seconds.
Because there you actually had the victory and snatched away from you.
Yeah,
This was the Montana scenario, the Elway scenario, the Brady, the Manning scenario for Super Bowl 42. This was like, here it is, kid. And you know what? David Tyree caught that ball that Eli Manning threw. Dalton Kinkaid did not catch the ball that Josh Allen threw. That's the difference. That's the difference. Your first-round pick didn't catch that football. And you know what? I can't put it all on Dalton Kinkaid because that secondary was garbage today.
In that moment, he
got to catch the ball.
Now who do we root for? Do we want to see a team do it 3 times in a row?
This
What the hell did you say?
This may be the first time.
Or do we want to root for Saquon?
This is maybe the first time I've ever decided.
We don't want to root for Saquon? No Saquon.
This may be the first time I ever decided I don't want to watch the Super Bowl.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And I always watch the Super Bowl.
For you guys, I get it. For me, and probably 90% of America who doesn't hate the Kansas City Chiefs, you hate the Philadelphia Eagles.
To see them do it 3 times in a row would be
today.
These are 2 teams everybody hates.
When Washington was scoring today, this place was
lit.
Fire.
When they were down and they were scoring, people were lighting it up. I'm like, okay, maybe they could come back and win this. It was exciting. I mean, the reason watching them lost that game, you can't turn the ball over 4 times like that.
They don't.
And the first play of the game.
Our favorite listener, Vinny's on the line. Vinny, what did you want to say?
I was just wondering, you're not coming through. I can't get you on the. You came up as a notification, but I can't see you on the podcast.
Oh,
Are you not videoing?
No, we are videoing, and there we are.
Peter Montemurno is going to call up momentarily.
Thank you.
I'm getting so many texts. I got texts from national writers telling me, bro, I'm sorry.
Vinny,
Jeff Chidia from NFL Network. I'm so sorry, bro.
Thank you, Vinny. Thank you for telling us we are on the line. We are
terrible
there.
for Bills fans right now.
Yeah, I'm so upset I didn't even get us on camera. I had it up. I didn't get
Vinny's really upset about it.
Yeah, well, that's all right. I appreciate Vinny calling on that. A heartbreaking loss. I hate seeing this with Kansas City, and yet at the same time, to see them do it.
I mean, should we call Mark and ask him what he thinks about the game?
We can. I have.
You should call Mark, and he probably won't answer, by the way.
I will. I can try to call Mark. I will say I feel like I now, and it's too soon. This one really stings.
It does.
It really, really stings.
So, I'm not a Bills fan. Is this worse than 13 seconds or second?
No, 13 seconds to me was worse because I think that one was just bad coaching.
The problem is, though, is that you could go the following week and maybe Cincinnati beat you because the year after you had Cincinnati at home. Yeah. They kicked your ass. The following year you had KC at home in a divisional game and they beat you at home. I mean, and there's Allen at the podium now and he looks dejected and it's not your fault, bro. It's not his fault.
Yeah.
Listen,
I mean, look.
I watched the videos of him saying, I just wanted to bring a championship to this city.
Yes.
And he genuinely means it.
Yeah.
Guys say it all the time, like big talk, right? This guy is about the Bills fans.
He loves this town.
Yes. He's fucking amazing.
And that includes Rochester, too. When he's in training camp, man, he signs for he doesn't sign for adults.
No, he doesn't. But
he signs for kids.
Well,
and old people.
Yeah, but when he leaves the field.
No offense, Bill. Levity. I'm sorry, levity.
Well, he's got some pull.
They go crazy when he leaves. All right, I have Mark. You ready? Should we try calling Mark?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. He's not going to answer.
He might.
He's got his chicken wing shirt on. He's going to sleep.
I would send him a link, but
Yellow.
Hey, we're on the
No way
podcast.
did I think he was going to answer.
No, Matt said you wouldn't answer.
Why?
I don't know, because he thought you were going to bed and stuff. I mean, it makes sense. You got to get up early. Thoughts real quick. I know we're going to see you tomorrow, but thoughts real quick.
You know, I got really nothing to say.
Yeah. You don't want to fire McDermott?
No, I don't want to fire McDermott. Okay. I don't want to fire.
No.
Nobody deserves to get fired.
No, nobody deserves to get fired.
I don't know if I really like what Brady did tonight.
The special teams coach.
I thought Brady failed you. I mean, not to fire him, but some blame has to go on Brady. Don't fire him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like if you're gonna assess blame, and maybe Mark, you're with us, you got to put it in these three camps. Your secondary was terrible today. Now I know they're banged up, and they were doing it on a shoestring budget with Hamlin back there and Elam back there, but they didn't. I mean, Elam was a first-round pick. He didn't show up to play. They were just dumbfounded. Matt Milano had the play of the game earlier, and it kind of turned the tide. They had a chance to win the game, and then Jordan Phillips made up for his gaffe earlier. He had his chance, but your secondary sucked, and your offensive coordinator effed up in key moments.
Yeah, he can't come for air.
I'm sorry.
Right,
he's
Mark,
not wrong.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, you will.
All right, buddy. Let me grab this other call.
I'm sorry.
Peter Montemurno is on the line. Pete, we're stinging over here at BTB, but I have to say, BTB, it is like sitting in a luxury box. I had delicious nachos. Danny got chicken tenders.
By the way, those fingers are like the size of feet.
Yeah. They were like,
they're like chicken feet, bro.
He comes out and he goes, I thought I didn't order a fish fry.
Yeah, they look like fish fries.
Did you not see the review last week on that?
Yeah, huge.
And then tomorrow, the plate one drops tomorrow from the guy.
All right. Yeah.
Tomorrow's going to be a huge day.
Which is today by the time you're listening, so make sure you get here.
Yes. So, Peter, thoughts? Go ahead.
Well, man, these are the games you wish you lost 52-0.
Yeah, sure.
You're right.
There's so many things in this game you could point back to, the fact that they went for two and then they took that penalty down to the 1 yard line. They went for two. They didn't get it. There's so many things you can go back to. But at the end of the day, at the beginning of the game, the defense had zero answer for KC. And they made some adjustments in the second half. KC shot himself in the foot a little bit. I didn't take notes during the game. I'd have to go back and watch the film to get really scientific about it. But
Danny took notes. Don't worry, he's got you covered. You want to share Danny's notes like you're back in class?
This is crazy, though.
What? Yes.
And they're not even complete.
Yes. And it is crazy. No, just leave it there. It's crazy.
I love it. I love it.
I know.
I love it.
Fucking truth.
I know. He is.
I don't even do this shit.
Well, here's the thing. I have a bad short-term memory, so I have to write stuff down.
Me too. Mostly because of alcohol.
What's my excuse?
Yeah, but
Sorry.
wait. Here's the difference. You're a cool fan. Danny's uptight. I watched.
I'm not a cool fan.
Danny's face got all at one point in the beginning.
I was trying to stay calm.
I know. I saw you stand up.
I've had a number two waiting for like 4 hours.
I came over.
But guys, you mean to tell me with how good Josh Allen is, but how good this offense has been all year, you don't have another play on 4th and a foot,
right?
When they're stopping you the entire game, or at least only letting you allowing you to get a yard or so.
How does
James got to have some more creativity? And I said this all year, Bill. Situational football. The team is not prepared for situational football. I said it all year.
8 letters coaching.
Why no Cook though on that? I mean, there was.
Where was he?
God,
why not Cook the whole game?
Danny, I was in the middle of typing a text to you, but the Bills were too high tempo.
Yeah.
When he took himself out of the game, when did Thurman ever do that?
Wait, Cook took him.
Did he really take himself out of the game?
Cook took himself out, Peter?
I think he did. Personally, I think he took him out, but I could be 100% wrong.
Yeah, look at that.
That's
then.
just my opinion. That's just my opinion.
I didn't see that.
So,
that'll turn my opinion on Cook. I'll be honest with you right now.
Yeah, was he injured in some way? He looked like he was doing too well.
He had a 33-yard run.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay, fine. But this is the AFC Championship game. You're one of the best players in the league.
Go deep, brother.
How are you? And say it's not Cook. Say it's Brady. Say it's McDermott. Why the heck would you pull him off the field? Why?
Well, I was wondering the same thing. Matt pointed out, he's like, Brady kind of let you down today because some of the play calls just weren't there. As you're saying, that you don't have another play call on 4th and 1. And in the end, as much as we really can't hang it on him, and Danny's made that pretty clear, Kinkaid should have caught that ball.
Yeah, 100%. Should have caught it. And I understand it was a wacky play, and that's when the quarterback gets outside the pocket, all the receivers are taught, come back to the quarterback. Come back to the quarterback. So, obviously, Josh Allen had his eyes down the field, and he did. And, if you're out there running a route that deep in that position, in that moment of the game, you have to catch it.
Yeah.
You have to catch it.
So, Peter, where would you think the Bills need to spend some of their money?
Special teams coach for one.
Cap money that
secondary,
they're going to get.
Period.
They got to spend their money on defense, man.
Sure.
They did a good job.
I think secondary, too, as Matt was saying. I think secondary.
They do. Myles Garrett wants out of Cleveland.
He's not going to be your safety next year.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
Cleveland wants to trade.
Who's not going to be your safety next year?
Hamlin.
Yes.
Hamlin.
Yeah.
He's not going to be your safety.
No.
I hate to say that.
They got to spend money there. They need to spend money on the quarterback.
If we come down
because of what happened to him on the field,
we understand.
Everybody feels bad for him.
Sure.
He should not be on an NFL roster.
I don't think so.
He's not good.
Well, I think he's a backup. But
he's
a backup.
He made some plays this year, though. He made some plays this year. He's not like he shouldn't be in the UFL next week.
Right, no, I agree with that.
Or 3 weeks from now.
No.
Be an NFL
but I don't think
starting
he's your starting.
Right.
But we need a defensive end that is going to monitor the edge of the defense and monitor, get pressure on the quarterback. Russo let this defense down. I can't not tell you how many times tonight by taking an inside lane to the quarterback and allowing the outside for Mahomes. Now, if you're going to take an inside lane, fine. Make sure there's a play where you have a linebacker scraping off your end to keep contained. There wasn't. Now, could the linebacker have missed the call? Sure. Then I saw Von Miller do it at the end. He took a spin move to the inside with no help to the outside at all. So why do these guys continue to do a job that isn't theirs? Do your job. Play your 111.
Is Vaughn back next season?
No.
I don't think so.
He'd be like 37, right? Wouldn't he? 38 years old.
He stole that bank. He's gone.
Yeah, he doesn't have it anymore.
And Peter, you and I said when they signed him, wait, what?
Right.
And everybody else in Buffalo's like, we got to stop traffic. We got Von Miller. That's what it's like when Bills fans have such low sports self-esteem. It's like, no, you got to think bigger than that.
Just remember, the worst GM in football, Jerry Jones, Jerry Biden, turned down Van Miller. Or Von Miller.
Yeah.
Sorry, Von Miller, because he said, that's too much money for you. And the Bills were like, hey, here's the Brinks truck. Back it up. But you know what? They were one play away from being
really
the Super Bowl.
They were.
So this guy's been great in the postseason. He's won a Super Bowl MVP.
Yep.
He should have won the second one with the Rams. He got screwed out of it. He's coming off that. It's a great signing at the time. Now, he's washed. He's washed.
And I think that this is, I don't know, Pete. I thought the game was called pretty fairly. I think that the only thing I had is, even on the challenge, I didn't get the challenge. I don't know why, because there was a flag in the play, so it didn't seem to make a whole lot of sense, other than maybe to give your guys a chance to catch their breath. That's the only thing I can think of. It's like,
you know what I'm talking about the play down by the goal line?
Yeah.
I wonder how that wasn't an interception. It wouldn't have mattered, but to me it looked like an interception. When the ball hit the ground, it wasn't simultaneous.
No.
At that time, it was in Bishop's hands, I think.
But the fact that somebody upstairs told McDermott to challenge it, even though there was a flag on a holding call there, which would have been an automatic first down, they decided to sacrifice a timeout and a challenge for yardage.
Yeah.
That's just asinine.
What are you talking about, 15 yards?
Yeah, that's asinine. It's just asinine. Now, it ended up working out in their favor because Kansas City scored, then Buffalo had enough time to come back down the field and score again and answer it. But the point is, you can't think like that ahead. You got to think, the head coach, but that's minor. That's minor. Peter, your first defensive pick in every single draft since McDermott's been here, Tremaine Edmonds is gone, Trey White's gone. Everybody who's left all failed today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for Ed Oliver.
Right.
Except for Ed Oliver, who recovered a fumble on a mesh.
And he had a great year, though.
He did.
Ed did.
He did, but he had a chance to make a 4-yard tackle for a loss in the backfield.
Yeah.
The running back decided he had a little better attitude today, and decided he got out of the grasp of Ed Oliver, and I don't know. It's just, and to me it just looked like some of the Bills were going through the motions at a certain part of the game. Now, Bill, I will say, as you said, that maybe it was called pretty fairly, but my God, that 4th and 1.
Yeah, 4th and 1. It
Josh
did look like he got it.
Yeah, you need like Zapruder film for that, and even then, I mean.
But you have the 2 referees coming
the one
in.
ref came
one
in from the
called
far
and one called
side.
The far side ref said it was a first down, and the near side ref said he was short.
Exactly.
And if you look at the replay showed that he actually, like, just barely, like you said, by a blank hair, got in there. And that was a text. And
Con hair.
Yeah.
I like
And that's all he has to do.
It's an actual measurement, by the way, for real.
Right.
It is. You can look it up. I did one.
In
But
British?
literally, for a first down or touchdown, you just got to break that plane.
Yes.
He did it easily, right?
Yeah.
That's the one questionable
So,
call.
I mean, and now it's going to be another, however long it is before the draft and camp.
Where everybody pretends to have watched college football last year and tells you who to draft. Where everybody tells you who to fire, who to cut,
I promise you not.
who to get rid of. All the apologists will be out. You know what? What if so-and-so? Look, everybody's got injuries, man. That's where you got to overcome it. And they almost did. If Dalton Kinkaid catches that ball like David Tyree catching Eli Manning, we might be talking about a different game here. But Kinkaid didn't catch that ball. And by the way, he was the second leading receiver this year. And would you know it? Would you know it this year, Pete? You wouldn't.
He's a beast.
No.
He is, but
No.
I don't know if he's a
And,
downfield
I
beast.
think McDermott is worn out his welcome. I mean, enough. I think we need to move on to another leader. There needs to be a different culture in that place. I do.
They're not going to do it.
Attitude. There needs to be a different attitude with this team.
The only thing is they're not going to do it, though. I mean, it's like
I know. I'm just saying. I wish that Terry would just wake up in the morning and go, you know what? We got to go in a different direction.
Terry don't give a
We're
shit.
wasting generational talent in Josh Allen.
All right.
Unless you go out and spend a ton of money for defense.
Who replaces
your
him?
coach.
Who is better out there that's going to replace him? I would love to know right now.
other than the dude
I
in
don't
North
know.
Carolina.
I mean,
The other guy, the guy in Chapel Hill. All right, we'll figure it out. Josh, I got this.
You don't
Watch
want
this.
him. You don't want him
Because
either.
your entire organization, like
want
once he
him.
leaves, it'd be like when LeBron leaves a team. It's like a hurricane just to go. So, but you got to take that chance. Do you want to win a Super Bowl with a guy who's done it more than anybody on his own, or although Andy Reid's catching up with him right now, or do you just keep going with McDermott?
I'll throw this out there. There was talk, and I think he did interview or have been requested to be interviewed with some teams. Brady.
Nah.
Joe Brady. Could
no.
Joe Brady?
After what I saw tonight, no.
No. And he turned down the New Orleans opportunity.
Yeah, well, he
himself
probably
out.
should have taken
It
it.
might be, it's just such a broad brush, though. I say not after tonight. But when it's all about situational football. Forget these, the platitudes that they're using in these interviews where they say, oh yeah, complimentary football. Enough. It's all about situational football, and it showed me that Brady wasn't ready for the situation where they had Josh run 4th and 1, 8-10. The Kansas City was ready for that. I felt like we were rushing. I felt like we were nervous. It didn't seem like we had
on the
command
beginning
of the
for sure.
situation.
Right, like in the second half, they started running the ball. It was like, oh yeah, remember, this isn't the Ravens. This is the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They're only 8th, and it's pretty good against the run. The Chiefs or the Ravens were number 1. And what happened? Cook's rattling them off, man, right down the field. It's like, all right, guys, let's calm down. Let's go down the field. Let's run the ball. And all of a sudden, all right, now we're getting somewhere. And they built some momentum. But unfortunately, they didn't have an answer for that 4th and 1 play. And part of it, and my friend Dan Jurek brought this up in a text, he goes, he was drafted by the Braves. He coached college baseball, and he goes, look, if they don't run that play and it doesn't work, why didn't you run that play? So it's almost like you're out-thinking yourself. The problem is that it got stopped twice. There was no other alternative at that point. How do you get stopped on that play, your bread and butter play that the Eagles never screw up, like as often as you have? I mean, they almost got beat on it last week. Everybody said, why didn't you run that play? So they run that play, and it didn't work today.
I have an indigestion.
Right?
I can
3 times.
No.
Matt, can feel it all right here. This is your fault.
I'm sorry.
No, because you guys all
Remember that one play
such
where they
passion
tried
to
to draw them offside twice.
Yeah, they did. And
And then finally the third, we got to go for it. And that's when Josh fumbled.
Yeah.
and luckily he got it back on the first down. So when he jumped and he leapt over the pile there and the garbage and trash in the middle, and that ball was on the ground, but he recovered it, and the Bills carried on. But
I feel
Go ahead.
if you go back to the first drive of the game and Josh was overthrowing people, he was trying to do too much.
He was almost too
overhyped.
He was too jacked. That first drive.
Yeah.
And the problem was he never got to catch his breath because they have to rely on him. So you have to put it in James Cook's hand at that point.
Yeah.
Let James Cook run.
The idea behind this new offensive coordinator's minds is, okay, on 1st and 10, you want to get as many yards as possible.
Right.
If you throw a pass and it's incomplete, now 2nd down, if you call a run play, you're going to get ostracized by all the analytics guys because you're not going to get it. So now you're setting yourself up for 3rd and long. So it's almost like, but if you run a running play on 1st down and you don't get much, now you know you have to throw on 2nd down. So it's, again, you're outthinking yourself. Right. And Josh came out a little too jacked. He almost got picked off twice in that first drive. And, you know.
Lucky.
If you really look at what Philadelphia did and even the Ravens who fell short, don't forget they started 0-2. You run that fucking ball.
Yeah.
Run the ball down people's throats. And the Eagles scored 7 touchdowns today. You know how many passing touchdowns they had?
Zero.
What did Jalen have?
And that's the thing. That's a good. I mean, when you're doing that, when you're able to pick up chunks,
3 and 4,
in the run game, chunks. Now you have the defense drop down to the box. You have a defender come into the box, and that's when you can open up the play action. That's when you can open up the deep dig down the field. So why didn't they start like that? You know, we'll never know. But
all right, Peter. Well, we'll get more later in the week. We'll touch base again.
All right.
Thanks, bro.
Have a good night, guys.
Thanks, Peter.
Thank you.
Should we try one more call?
Do you think he'll pick up?
I don't know. One more call?
Yeah, let's do it, yeah.
Greg Connors?
Oh, boy.
Let's just see.
God, this is going to be a long-winded one if he does.
Well, we'll just see. We'll just see if he does.
If he was playing corner, they would have won tonight.
Probably.
Let's just see. This will be our last thing. We're just
this
entire episode brought to you by BTB Woodfire Pizza and Grill in the Mall of Grease Ridge.
And Grey Goose Vodka.
Okay, and come here and watch because every seat is great, no matter what the sporting event is.
Yeah,
seriously,
there's not a bad seat in the house.
And Danny said it earlier this week. He goes, "Man, it's like being in a luxury box." I go, "It is.
Yes.
It is like being in a luxury box."
Billy.
Greg, we're on the podcast. We're at BTB just wrapping up, and we thought we'd give you one quick call just to see how you're holding up.
Oh, God damn it, man.
Yeah.
I am. In business and in life, especially in sport, it's about making a goddamn play.
Yeah.
You got to make a play. Either the defense makes the play or the offense makes the play. Josh Allen and the offense had an opportunity to make a play. Josh makes the play out of his ass, and Dalton Kinkaid fucking dropped it.
Yeah.
He
What
dropped
did
the ball.
Danny just say?
Yeah.
Danny's been
Right?
preaching that for 10 minutes.
It's like.
I mean, it's as simple as that. Look, last year it was Diggs. Diggs didn't make the play.
That's right.
You know, and this year it's Dalton Kinkaid. I mean, Josh made a play out of his ass. He pulled it out of his ass to give them a chance on that play. I mean, look, there's so many things that happened before that we can talk about and dissect.
Yes.
But in the end, it comes to that, and that happened, and then we have a chance right at the end for our defense to make a play. But yet, Andy Reid and his offense have a play design that you can't stop. And the Bills didn't stop it. They made the play, and we lose.
Right.
And that's why they are the 2-time defending Super Bowl champion. And we're the fucking mother son of a bitches who can't win a fucking AFC Championship or a Super Bowl.
Greg, it comes down to Monday through Saturday, Greg. That's where it came down. Monday through Saturday. That's where this game was won this week. Monday through Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, we got out-coached.
Yep.
I mean, we got out-coached. I mean, are we a good team? Yeah. We're one of the best teams in the NFL. But you know what? We're not the best coaching staff.
No.
We got out-coached. We're like number 3 or number 4. which is really cool, but it fucking sucks because you're never going to win a Super Bowl.
Right, because the other three are in your conference. If you were in the NFC, you'd be like playing. We'd be getting ready for the Chiefs.
Whoa, wait! If it's not Kansas City, who's the best coaching staff in the NFL?
Well,
I give the Chiefs.
Yeah,
and then who?
I think the Niners have a hell of a coaching staff.
Shanahan just chokes. That's what he does.
But they're they're there though. They get there though.
Yeah,
they didn't get there this
Shanahan choked. Shanahan choked in the Super Bowl because the NFC sucks, but the Bills choke in the AFC Championship or the divisional. So we never know whether we can get to the next hump. I mean, I think it's best coaches. I think you got the Chiefs, and then I think it's the 49ers and the Eagles, and then it's the Bills, and then it's the Ravens.
I can't go with the Eagles, Greg. No. I could go with their GM, though. I think they have their best. I think they have the best GM. I think the Rams have a better coaching staff.
Yeah,
I agree.
Rams. Yeah. I think the Ravens have a pretty solid coaching staff.
No, I don't put the Ravens up there, but I do put the Rams up there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that. Yeah, I would say. I mean, I
don't know. I think you're top three, though. I really think it's
top
Kansas
three coaching?
City, Rams, Buffalo.
I feel like, Greg, and we've said this a lot tonight, and it's, your mind is all over the place right after a disappointing loss like this. But I would say that Brady seems to be kind of the coaching problem today. Why wasn't there another play for a 4th and 1 or something?
Why was James Cook off the field at certain? Was that Cook? Or?
Is this year one or year two for him?
During the game itself, you saw on multiple occasions when the Chiefs needed a third down conversion.
Right.
One of the things that Andy Reid does extremely well, and as a defensive player, he overloads zones, right? So he'll overload the right side of the field, the right zone. And then he'll have a lower level, a mid-level, and upper level. And then he lets Patrick Mahomes make a read. And then you either got to defend Mahomes, the lower level, the mid-level, or the upper level. But you can't defend all 4 of them.
Right.
And they do that better than anybody else. And then the thing with Brady that I didn't like today was that I thought his play design this year really progressed from last year because he would set different levels, right? He'd have his upper level, and he'd have his mid, and he'd have his lower level with his passing. But what I didn't see today was giving Josh the option of running the ball while having those same levels to hit on a pass.
Right.
And I think if I were Brady and I had an opportunity to coach him up, I would say what you want to do is you want to watch every play that Andy Reid ran this year, and I want you to break it down as to how does he provide options to Mahomes. And then in those games, when you need that 3rd or 4th down, design the damn play still.
Right.
Give Josh a chance to have 3 options.
And I know no Bills fan wants to hear this right now.
No.
But you have to have some patience. Andy Reid lost 4 straight championship games.
He did.
And then got to a Super Bowl and lost. Eventually,
that's right.
Eventually, he learned.
That's right.
He learned. It doesn't happen in 1 or 2 years. So if
he got fired from the goddamn Eagles.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he got there and got his ass fired, and then he learned.
And I can't wait till he beats their ass in 2 weeks.
And
Matt, what he learned was that when you get a talent like Mahomes, you got to learn to optimize that talent, and the coaches to optimize that talent. And that's what he's doing. And right now, I don't think they have. I think Josh has dictated to them about his talent more than they've optimized his talent that he has. And for them to get to this next level is that they have to be the coach and then coach Josh to understand his talent and then build the team around him so he can be the best he can be. Yeah. As opposed to us responding to him.
I actually would agree with that. Like, if you look at it, Andy Reid, when he drafted Mahomes, he went away from his offense and said, Patrick, we're going to take your college offense and we're going to mix it with mine and we're going to make a great offense out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and something he's comfortable
That's what they need
with.
to do with Josh right now.
Yeah.
Josh, what do you want to see and where are your strengths? And let's build off that and mix it with mine.
The offensive court. Go ahead, Greg.
I don't know, and I'm sorry to interrupt, I don't know how many times Josh broke the tackle box for a run today because I haven't rewatched the game and I was so freaking emotional during the game. But I can tell you, just based on my anecdotal recollection, is that Mahomes did it probably 4 times more than Josh did.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But Patrick Mahomes is not 4 times the talent that Josh is.
He's not, and he did something that he hasn't done a whole lot. He ran for a touchdown.
I mean,
he put his body out there like Josh.
If you switch Mahomes,
but he scored twice.
Yeah, he scored 2 touchdowns. If you switch Allen and Mahomes, Chiefs are still going winning Super Bowls. I don't know if the Buffalo Bills are as good with Patrick Mahomes as quarterback, and I mean that sincerely, because I agree. I don't think Patrick Mahomes can do all the athletic stuff that Josh Allen was able to do.
I actually agree with that too.
Yeah.
I mean, you like put
so there it goes back to what Greg said, where they built it around his strengths.
They played to his strengths.
Found those strengths.
Josh.
Yes. And it's a team, and we haven't done, and that hasn't really happened in Buffalo.
And I don't want to hear tomorrow morning or this morning, Monday morning. I don't want to hear. Yeah, you know what? We weren't supposed to be. No.
We were.
No. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear these guys at WGR going, well, you know. No. I don't want to hear that. You were there. You had a chance to win it all, and your first round draft pick did not pull the David Tyree. He pulled the Stephon Diggs. I'm sorry.
I don't want to hear it out of Buffalo or Washington. Because there's no promise you're going to be back.
Right.
Yeah. There's no promise you're going to be back.
Washington, they're just playing with house money. They're just happy Snyder's gone.
No.
And they're happy to be there.
However, it doesn't mean you're going to be better next year. Now, they have $90 million in
Matt, you're 100% right.
Right.
Matt, you're 100% right. All the shit that happened for them in the Bucks game and the Rams game, that shit like never happened again.
No.
You know, even with us with the Ravens, right? I mean, Andrews. If Andrews gonna drop that ball again,
oh my God, no.
No.
I'll say this.
You got to take advantage and capitalize, be in the moment, and move forward in that. And who knows if we'll be back here next year? We don't know. Are you kidding me?
Right.
Who knows what's going to happen? Injuries, Benford's out, Bareford, Milano. You know, who the hell knows what's going to happen next year?
I'll say this. I mean, the good news is Peyton Manning didn't play his first Super Bowl until he was 30. Jim Kelly didn't play in his first Super Bowl until he was 30. Josh is 28. Yeah. And look how far they've come so far. I mean, he's got a long career ahead of him, but they got to get it together.
But Danny,
they got to get together.
I'm 54. I'm 54. I can't wait that long.
I know. Greg, I'm with you. I know.
Oh, I'm with you, Greg.
I know.
Greg, we're at BTB, and they're cleaning up, and I think we got to get out of their way. But I appreciate you answering. I know that.
Yeah, thank you, Greg.
Not the happiest moment, but great analysis.
We were pulling for you, Greg. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, brother.
America was with us
Talk
today.
To you guys soon.
All right,
thanks,
Greg.
Greg. Go Bills.
Go Bills Mafia. Go Bills, brother.
There you go.
See ya.
There is Greg Connors. Well, we'll close it out. Matt, thank you as always.
Matt. Thank you, guys.
I know it's a lot of work for you guys to come out here and do this. And I threw it out there to fucking Bill. I was like, hey, just come out and do it. And afterwards, I was like, no, enjoy the game. And he's like,
because we can enjoy the game.
We did enjoy the game.
We can.
Well, we talked about doing it at halftime. Glad we didn't do that.
We didn't do the result. We didn't enjoy the result.
No.
We enjoyed the game.
We enjoyed the game. We enjoyed being here.
Right.
BTB Woodfire Pizza and Grill. All right. I'm Bill Moran for Matt, for Dan, for Kevin, who was here but left before we recorded. It's his birthday today.
It is?
Yeah, today. Yeah. No, we'll do something tomorrow. We will see you tomorrow.
Well, since I left California, baby, things have gotten worse. Seems a land of opportunity for me is just a curse.
Never in a million years thought we'd walk out here tonight with the Bills not going to Super Bowl. I'll be honest with you. Like, as somebody who's doubted the Bills for years, I was like, I thought they were winning by 10. And I thought, actually, I was being